Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this morning's broadcast. Yes, let's vibe as we go to school. How are you all doing? This is yours truly, Mr. O. So, the last time I promised you to interact with you a little bit, but we couldn't do it. It was Friday before I traveled. So, if your internet is good and it is strong, you can use that link to join. All right? Yep, yep. If your internet is good, strong, solid, you can use that link to join. I don't want any doomsor internet connection. Yeah. So if your connection is good, we can vibe a little bit before I get to school. A little bit. Right. So yesterday we've been talking about a lot of things, and I said life is how you live it. You decide how you want to enjoy your life, how you want your life to be. Nobody can decide that for you. Nobody can enjoy that for you. You got to do it yourself. And you have to be very intentional, very purposeful, very deliberate about how you want to enjoy your life. Live your life. Mhm. Enjoy every day of your living life as long as your makeup permits it. What is it? So long as your makeup permits it, just make sure you have a good life because soon you'll be gone and people will forget you. All right? You will be forgotten sooner than you think. Yeah, sooner than you think. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I am who I am, and I am here to tell you about opportunities that you can grab in order to see the other part of life. Life is not all about the little corner that you are. There is life beyond where you were born and where you live and what you are used to and the things you can have access to. All right. So I believe that we all should have the opportunity to explore the world. And one of the opportunities you can use is to come here as a teacher to teach. Yeah. I know and I have read and I have listened and I have watched videos, audios of how people are telling everyone and making all these places look like they are bad places. Yeah. We've seen it all, we've heard it all. Every place has its bad and its good. If your doomsaw is okay for you, why not? Me, it is not okay for me. It is not okay. It is. I mean, no human being should experience that, right? Yes, so long as you are paying taxes, you are paying your levies, you are doing what you are supposed to do. You shouldn't be enduring the lights going off. You shouldn't be struggling to have access to basic internet. You shouldn't struggle at all as a working class. Someone tagged me in a post on the Facebook page of one TV network in Ghana, and it was about the person's dad who went on retirement, and the social security benefit was about 16,000 Ghana cedis. So I was asking the 16,000 Ghana cedis, is it, is it the lump sum that was paid the person, or it was the monthly payment? Mm. I think the LED you open it and the LED is all finished or something.
The LED is still on.
Then you have to turn it. I don't know what you did. So I wanted to understand the situation. Is it a lump sum that was paid to that person, or it was just the monthly payment that is 16,000? If it's 16,000, that's a monthly payment, then that is good. If it is a lump sum, because I know when you retire, the Social Security institution will pay you a bulk money first. All right, a bulk money before they'll be paying you monthly. So if your bulk money is that, and I believe it is also a percentage of your contribution towards the scheme. Yeah. Kalioso, good morning. Benedicta and Abdul. I see you guys all, right? Yeah, we are all good. MC, good morning. Yeah, it's greetings from North Carolina. Oh, yeah. You are still in Cameroon, right? Yeah. Yes, Kalioso, we are doing great. We are doing great. Yes. And I've not gone back to read if the person answered whether it's a lump sum, but I believe it is a lump sum. So you have taught a teacher who have taught for 30 years, and your lump sum from the Social Security institution is 16,000. That 16,000 is like how much? It's like 30. It's just like $1,000, right? 1,002. Let me even put it like $1,300. Let me put that $1,300. So basically, that is what the person got, and everyone is in uproar, shouting, da, do. They want to go and beat the Social Security institution, but there's no point in doing that. You understand? It is what you contributed. It is how much you are being paid and how much you contributed. That they use to calculate your contribution. So you see, if you are not being paid high enough, if your salary is not so much, the percentage the government pays for you and the percentage that you pay is very small. All right. And I know the institution some time ago, I wanted to even do voluntary contribution and payment or whatever. They were not in agreement. In fact, there's a cap on how much you can pay individually. That I know, but I don't know how their laws work nowadays. So I will not be able to speak to it. All right? I will not be able to speak to it. So if Benedicta is taking a 2,000 Ghana cedis every month, or your gross salary is 5,000 on paper, it means you pay a percentage as a contributor, and the government will also pay, your employer will also pay a contribution or a percentage towards the scheme that goes to for you. So the higher your salary, the higher your contribution, and the higher your payout when you retire, or the higher your monthly Social Security payment whilst you are on retirement. Is that okay? So that which I know, that is how it is calculated. Beyond that, I don't know anything else. But you see, that is what we keep talking about. That is what we keep talking about. For 30 years that I would have taught, for 35 years that I would have worked as a teacher in some of these places, you retire on your salary, you retire on your health benefits, you retire on almost everything that you get when you sign up to do this job. Is that okay? Yes. You retire on those things. So that is why they are happy to work for that long. They are very happy to work for 30 years, 35 years, 25 years, whatever years, because they know they're going to retire on their contributions and everything. So they know they are going to retire on everything that they they were getting. So why not? They will joyfully and gladly work. Josh, when I came to the United States, I calculated, I still have access to my pay stub or what we call the pay slip. Mhm. So I went in, logged in, and I pulled it, calculated all the contribution I have made, all the salary I've been paid for the past 9 years when I was working, almost 10 years. And I put everything together, and it wasn't even up to the the 2 months or the 3 months I was paid here. Yeah, when I put everything together and I converted, I'm like, really? Like, seriously? This is it? Yeah, it was surprising. It was so surprising. But at the end of the day, that is what it is. Here, you have access to what? 401k, a lot of investment, life insurance, a lot of things that you can easily, I mean, use. A lot of instruments. Is that okay? A lot of instruments that even as a teacher, even as a plumber, even as whatever level of work you are doing, you will be able to contribute meaningfully to the social security scheme so that you can retire beautifully and retire nicely. All right. There are people in the retirement that are still making over $10,000 every month. Yes. And most of these people work in the government sector. All right. Yeah, because the government will take good care of you. And you see, the beautiful thing is that even if you are not making enough, they have what we call the government institutions or the government homes. Okay. Thank you. You have a lot of things. That is the one we keep talking about. Now listen, you have access to a lot of schemes. You have access to a lot of opportunities that you can easily and comfortably use when you are in some of these economies. Mohammed, good morning. Hey, Mohammed Purple, is it the sports people? Sikadia people? No, I don't think so. Why we keep saying come to these places? These are some of the reasons. It is not for anything. At least you can comfortably make enough to retire on. You understand? You can retire comfortably. Not crying about 16,000. No, 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 no. You may not even be interested in what the government will be giving you at the time because you contributed enough to a better scheme, a better, IUD or whatever they call them, system that will pay out a whole lot. They will not give you any haircuts. They are not going to give you any deficit, whatever. Uh-huh. Yep, yep, yep. Nita, it's been a long time. You know, that is why we talk about these things. And I keep telling you, it goes beyond the money. Old age, you go to the hospital, you have access to good health care, even in your retirement. Yes. If you don't have insurance, Medicaid is there. That is the government who had provided insurance. And basic health care, you will get it. You're not going to be struggling with basic health care. You're not. Elizabeth, good morning to you. You're not going to be struggling with basic health care. Basic things. No, 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 no. You sleep in light properly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There'll be heat. There'll be AC. Everything. Everything will be in place. Unlike where we are, some of us are complaining every day. Doom shop. Mm-hmm. We want timetable. The minister says go and create your own timetable. We want that. He said go and do your own. Well, you complain, they will insult you. That teachers, your reward is in heaven. But a minister, is taking more than what he or she is supposed to be taking. They make a lot of money, yes, but at the end of the day, who are you? Nobody. Mhm. Later, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So, guys, it is up to you. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to make that move, to make that decision. I cannot make that decision for you. If you look at yourself, if you are seeing it and you don't want to be taking that peanut money in your retirement, well, you have to decide. I know, or I've heard of, it's not somebody I know direct, but a friend connected us. I've heard of a SEPS officer, an immigration officer, who has packed bag and baggage and is now in Canada. He's chilling. Yeah, yeah. He's gone. He said, "Look, I'm done. I've given more than 20 years of my life to this service. I'm not seeing anything because the salary is not enough for you to even make huge investments for yourself. So at the end of the day, you are living from paycheck to paycheck, and you know that there's no future in that situation. Can you blame him? No, you cannot. You cannot. All right, Dita, that is good. That is also good. But you can apply to most of the other agencies as well. All right? Yeah. So he's packed. A lot of people, I know a lot of people. Look, I spoke to a lady who is a manager at one of the Ghanaian institutions. I mean, he said, look, my SSNIT contribution alone is about 5,000 Ghana cedis. If somebody says I'm being paid enough to the extent that my SSNIT contribution or my social security contribution is 5,000 Ghana cedis, then you should know that the person is being paid well. ah, yeah. He's being paid well. Even that, he said, look, I'm leaving all that behind and I want to travel because I don't see, there are so many things. And I'm like, you guys are the helm of affairs, are living. It means there's a secret. There is something happening or there is a trouble looming that you guys are not telling us. He said, well, it's not like that, but you have to look at yourself, assess your situation, and decide whether you want to stay or you want to go. And that is exactly what she's trying to do. And I'm like, okay, I don't blame you. Not at all. I don't. I don't blame you at all. So it is your prerogative to stay or to go. And you decided to go. So it is good. Yep. So that is him and that is her. They all want to go. What about you? These people, we assume and they presume they are being paid well, right? Social security, the immigration, the SEPs. I know a SEPs officer who is in the United States. In his old age, he moved with the family. Yeah, in his old age, in his retirement, he's in the 70s. He moved. He said, "Look, I'm gone. I'm going," and he can go to the hospital, take medications, and come home because the system has been created to cater for them nicely. That is all we are talking about. So look at yourself, look at your situation, decide. Look at where you are. I'm not saying if you are making it good. Hmm? No. Don't get me wrong. Oh. You both should not get me wrong. I know there are people who are making it good, who are making a lot of money. They are making over $10,000 every month sitting in Africa. No, you are not the ones I'm talking to. And even that, sometimes I talk to those people because I'm like, do you know just one little sickness, even your money, none of the institutions or hospitals there can cater for you. Because you go to the hospital where they have to do MRI to check what is wrong with you, the MRI machine is not working. The X-ray machine, the guy who's operating is gone for funeral. The lab person who has to do lab for the doctor to make a decision on whether to admit you, to send you home, to do operation or whatever. The guy is having a party for the grandmother in the village. So he or she is not at the work, the lab guy. And some of the nurses, they are just there pressing their phone and chewing gum. They don't care about you. Nobody gets you. No one get the hospital doesn't get you. The CEO doesn't care. The manager on the floor doesn't care. All right. No one gets held accountable. No one is held accountable for anything. At the end of the day, lives are lost. People die. People go home with extra sicknesses than they came to the hospital with. Yeah. Mm? And you are there. You think all your money. That is why with all the money, the minister that passed away recently, he was being driven from Kumasi all the way to be flown to what? Germany, right? Yeah. Why didn't they send him or her him to the Kumasi General Hospital? Why didn't they send him to the Legon one? Why didn't they fly him to the Legon one? You understand my point? If your hospitals are well resourced, you wouldn't fly the person out. But they themselves knew. They are the politicians. They are the leaders. They are the people in the helm of affairs. They know very well that these places are less resourced. So the kind of things I need, I will not be able to have it. Yesterday, I was even reading on the internet that unfortunately, the musician that passed, the gospel musician that passed, had a doctor flown from what? India to come and do a procedure in Ghana on him. Was a kidney transplant also? Yes. Why? Why do you have to fly a doctor out? But we are training enough doctors. I'll answer you. We are training enough. We are training out doctors every year. Government is sending them out. Why are they not staying? Why are they not being paid enough? Why is the whole? You see, most of them are not. It's not even about the money. Some doctors I speak to, and they left Ghana. They said, "Look, it is not about the money. It is about the resources to work with." So you go to a theater OR, you are in your OR, and you don't have light. The light goes off. What are you supposed to do? You are operating on a patient, and light goes off. Those are some of the frustrations with which some of them left. Yes. Met some doctors in Texas. That is what they said. Look, those are the frustrations. It's not about the money. If you want to talk about the money, yes, in Ghana terms or in Africa terms, most of the doctors are being paid comfortably, all right, to work. But you go to the hospital and you are losing patients on your OR every day. It gets frustrating. You are human. It gets to you sometimes. They said you should detach yourself from the emotions of the patient, but trust me, if you are losing patients every day due to simple things, the anesthetic nurse is not being paid well, so that day she didn't come to work. That day she didn't come to work. The support nurses that have to support that doctor in the OR are not there. So a lot of complications go on. A lot of simple things that doesn't need to be complicated get complicated. The lights go off, the water shuts off. So many things. So he said, look, I left because of that, because I want to be happy, enjoying myself. Even if I lose a patient on my operation table, it should be because of the person's health situation, not because of basic things that are not there. They operate, most of the time they operate in blindness in the sense that they are doing the operation not knowing exactly what is wrong. So they said, okay, these are the diagnoses based on the little things we've done. Okay, let's go ahead and do the operation. But in reality, if you have certain level of diagnosis, the MRI is working, the X-ray is working, you do all angles. Sometimes a neuro problem will be causing a stomach pain, or it will be causing the person to fall. You never know, but you have not done any scan on the head. but yet you have to go into the operation because the person came with stomach complaint. Maybe something is causing something that is causing the stomach to pain the person. But you operate based on the fact that the person said my stomach, and you guys think it's appendix. Then go and remove appendix. Tomorrow it will be something else. The next day, and that is how they don't want. Some of them say, I don't want that. I want a situation where I have confidence that, hey, you passed on because of these complications or because of this. The cancer has reached this level, so it is not, we are not able to save you. But not because we couldn't diagnose you well. You understand? Yeah. Not because we couldn't diagnose you well. So some people will not understand it. Yeah, Venice is very sad. It's very, very sad. Trust me. Nita, it's very, very, very sad. And I've seen people with all their millions, they are gone because of simple, basic complications. Forget about the health. What about our prison systems? We have a prison system. Are they reforming? Look, one of the, prisons, just one prison and one facility in America here, they are, if you see their farm, right? I was speaking with one correctional officer in Nigeria. And another Ghanaian too is a correctional officer there. And he told me, look, he said you can drive for 4 hours, continuously for 4 hours. We are not talking about the Ghana kind of 4 hours or Africa kind of 4 hours. We are talking about America, where the road you are doing 100 kilometers per hour for 4 hours. You are doing 80 kilometers per hour or 100 miles per hour for how many hours? 4 hours continuously on a straight flat land. And you don't see any residents. All you see is farm. You can just imagine that. I don't want to even put size to it. You can just imagine that continuously 4 hours. It's all farmland on both sides, left and right, that you are seeing. And this farm is being managed mechanically. They have sprinklers, they have all their machinery. And do you know who owns those farms? The prison. The prison they work. They own this farm. They produce one of the best beef in America. And they feed on what they produce. Yeah. They feed on what they produce. Yes. There is total reformation. Some of them go to school. Some of them can do their GED. They can do all their courses there. Especially those who have a chance for parole to come out. They do a lot of things. There is total reformation. You understand? But what about you? Does your prison reforms? You see, there are private prisons in America. There are government correctional facilities in America. And if you want to really know about it, you can go read this on the internet. These information are public knowledge. They are not hidden. You can read. See the situations, see the circumstances, see the things they do. And sometimes you see some of these documentaries on Netflix and all the places. Watch them. Understand their system. You can have the rough ones. We have the rough ones, very rough ones. But there are some too that are very sweet. That is why people prefer going to jail here than going to jail in Africa. Yeah. All because there are systems that have been put in place. You understand? The government will feed you well. They don't just get any food. They are fed well. Everyone to their cell. In fact, a maximum of 2 people in a cell. But what do we see? Is the opposite. Yes, it is the truth though. Wrong prognosis and diagnosis or whatever they call them can let you operate on wrong things. They'll be removing appendix while they should be solving a neuro issue. All right? Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Michael. So when we talk and when you see Choco talking passionately, when you see all of us, Peter, all of us, just asking us if we are talking passionately, it is not for anything. It is not for anything. If you see, look, Trinity Jonas, yes, all the things he's saying, he says it out of the frustration of the fact that there are basic things. The system can be so basic. You know, life can be so basic that you don't need to struggle for things. It depends on the way he says it. All the things, you see, we are all talking about the same thing, but different ways. All the things they say is the truth. That's the frustration. Why should my wife go to give birth at a hospital? And come on, man, you guys know those stories. I don't want to be reminding you. It's too early. Bonjour, Kofi. It's serious. Well, you have to vanish, Nita. You have to vanish. You have to vanish. But I know people will tell you, no, you can make it in Africa. Yes, you can make it. I know people are making it big. And it inspires me, and I get so excited seeing those people making it. But no, not me. That is not for me. All right. Unfortunately, my path is different from anybody's path. Yes, we are all different human beings. Our paths are different. So for me, I told myself that listen, I need to go out there and accelerate myself a little bit. Some of these places is for acceleration to make up for the long years that you spend that you have wasted it. Yeah. We go to school, we do this, you cannot even afford basic necessities. And when you talk, you have people who insult you, make you look like you are a fool. You this town, people are making money, and you are saying you are traveling. People will take $10,000 in travel. Yes, that $10,000, that person can make it in 3 months. Oh yes, if I use that $10,000 to travel, I can make it back in 3 months. Depending on my situation, you understand. So it is not just about traveling. No. It goes beyond that, and I've said it time and time again that it goes beyond that. The government, I was reading that they said they are going to tax foreign those who are earning in foreign currency now. So if you're in Ghana, you are working for a multinational in outside the country, you are going to be taxed. So they will tax you because before these people will pay you, they've already taxed you, and your government is going to tax you again. And they said they are bringing what travelers tax. So when you are traveling, everybody has to pay some money. There's so many things. They're not being innovative. They are just being so myopic and so short-sighted in taxing. Why do you want to take all the tax in the port when I bring my goods as a shipper? When you can tax me for using this same goods. So if I bring a car and you are taking me over 100 million, or you are taking over $20,000 on tax, you forgot that I'll be using that car for the next whatever number of years in that country. Why won't you create a system to tax me on usage of the car than just taxing me at the port alone? So take half or less at the port. So comfortably, let the people bring the cars in. Let the people bring the goods in. Now, when they are in and they are using it, then you start taxing them. Here you have the toll roads. The tax you pay it every year. You pay the county, you pay the federal, you pay the state tax. Look, for owning a car, you will pay. For owning a house, you will pay. Oh, yes, you pay good. And you know why? People are also happy to pay because they see the money being used to fix the roads so that my car doesn't get spoiled. They see the money being used to fix the street lights, to fix the security. If I call police 911, maximum 2 minutes, that policeman is in my house. That is why they feel comfortable to pay those monies. Yeah. So you are taxed for using the thing. You are not taxed for owning the thing. No. You are not just overtaxed for just having access to the thing. No. You go to London, you are taxed for the heavy usage of that car. So you'll be forced to take the public transport, right? Yeah. So it is what it is. Josh. Yeah, but it's a packaging. We are all talking about the same thing. The packaging of the message that's different. You see some people are more aggressive than others. Yeah, sometimes I get aggressive, I get angry because the thing gets to you, Charlie. You go ball because you don't understand why basic things should be a struggle. It should be a prayer topic. Why should basic necessities? Why should I go to pray to God that please God let this light be on so that they are operating on my daughter so that the light doesn't go off? Why should we be praying that? Having light and keeping it on is a basic human life necessity that you shouldn't be praying for. But you pray for the light not to go off. Why? Here you don't pray for that. No, such economies don't pray for that. If the light goes off 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, you don't hear anything, and there's no timetable, there's nothing that's been announced. Somebody is being sued. Somebody is walking to the bank with money. Oh yeah, they will sue the energy company. Trust me. I tell you all the time. For that 1 hour, 2 hours that the light is gone off, their lives are at stake. People are in their houses living on oxygen. You want to kill them? You want to kill them? Okay, go ahead. Somebody will get sued and they will pay big time and people will be laughing to the bank. That is why insurance is effective. I do insurance, they pay you. A little thing, you call them, hey, okay, settle. Because they don't want you to go public. They don't want you to go further. Because if you go further, they'll be hurt. Their image as a company will be hurt, number one. And they have to pay out big when it gets to that level. When you involve the lawyers and everything, it means more money for you. So they don't want that. So they'll settle quickly. Whatever is due you, they'll give it to you quick. You are being taxed COVID-19. When COVID time, people were paid money. Government was rather paying money to people here. Our government was rather taxing us. Nita. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You can find out from your government if the taxes are being used well. Latif. Latif, your internet is good today, so you're able to join. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Nita says, you buy something at the malls and you see some taxes and you start questioning yourself, is it worth it being Ghanaian? Well, it is because your Minister of Finance or your tax experts are dumb. They are not reasoning enough to see the innovative ways they can take tax from you. If you go to Florida, if you go to Texas, they don't pay state tax. So somebody was asking me yesterday, so how did they get money to fund the things in the state? I say, yes, that is internally generated funds. That's what they call properly managed created system where they generate funds internally. You call 911, you are involved in an accident, you pay. You do this, you pay. You use a tool, you pay. Oh, my brother, everywhere they are collecting it small. You are not paying state tax. You only pay federal tax, which is the government, the big one you pay to the government. So on your salary, you just pay federal tax. But the state, it is internally generated. The toll roads, the restaurants, you go here, you pay. You understand? Yeah, that is it. That is it. But here, you don't, no. You don't see those overtax unnecessarily taxing you. No, you don't. You don't see those things. Tell me, I'm doing great. So, guys, I'll leave you. I wanted us to vibe, but I guess most of us, our internet are not interneting, so we cannot join. I'll leave you here. Share this. Click the love button. Click the like button. It doesn't cost a thing to do that. All right? It doesn't cost a thing to do that. And share this video. Let us reach 1 or 2 people and let us interact. All right? I wish you all the best. Have a blessed day. And decide if you want to leave or you want to stay wherever you are. If it's not good for you, change it. That's what they say, right? If you don't like the color of the whatever. Give me those proverbs. You change it. Mm? Agbaje, good afternoon to you. Good morning from here. Nita, please share. Please share. 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 Please, let's keep sharing. Let's grow the page. Let's grow the YouTube. It's been a long time I talk about that, right? Don't worry. You'll hear me talk about it one of these days again. Mm? Benedita, yes, I'll get in touch with you. Charles, thank you so much. Thank you. I wish you guys all the best. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. And we will continue this conversation at the appropriate time. All right? Bye bye.